Welcome to CocoaHeads. There we go. Okay. So I thought as I started earlier, I was gonna do a little thing on sign in with Apple, but there was some issues with the way that it was getting back whether it had succeeded or not. So I decided to give a quick overview of using Swift Package Manager. Since in Xcode 11, like previously before this, Swift Package Manager could only be used with macOS projects. With Xcode 11, you can use it with any project, and they have it integrated into Xcode 11 so that it's really easy to implement. If you've used CocoaPods or used Carthage, I think this is way easier than both of those. So I thought I'd just kind of show how you use it, and I'll go ahead and put this slide up. I may come back to it. Some resources that you may need. All right, and I'm going to see if I can mirror. All right, let's do. All right, so I've got this project, just basic single screen project, not Swift UI because I didn't want to have to track down a Swift UI compatible package. If you are wanting to pull a Swift package into your project, so there's a couple of ways you can do it. First is if you go to your project settings, there's now a Swift Packages tab right here. Or you can go to File, Swift Packages, Add Package Dependency. Either one will bring up this screen. If you have like Swift packages that you have built yourself on GitHub, you can add that account here and it'll show you that list as soon as you pull this up, and then you can pull those into your project. Or if you know of one that you want to pull in, then you can just put the URL for it if you are online.
You want to track one of my persistent data structures?
I do. There is. Maybe. I think it's Techlahoma, isn't it? Maybe joining the wrong one. I bet I'm supposed to be joining guest. All right, one more try. That was it. Okay. We'll try this again. So, get online. Okay. So this brings up your options for how to track the versions that you want to support of this package. The default is up to the next major version. So this way, whenever you go in and you say you want to upgrade your packages, it'll go ahead and pull down any updates up to, but not including, in this case, 2.0. You can, if you want to stay on a particular version, you can do that, or track a particular branch or even a commit, you can do that. Now, if the package is set up that it depends on other packages, it'll automatically pull that in as well. This asks which target you want to associate it with. We've just got the one, so do that. And you can see on the sidebar that it has pulled in that package as well as another one. If you look at this, there's a README file that's not very readable. Oh, it doesn't show it. Oh yeah, never mind. So if you look at one of these files, you can see over here on the right where it stores these files. So it downloads this into your derived data directory. And so when you clear that, it's going to download it again and rebuild it. So it does not pull it into your Git repository. Anybody else that pulls down, anybody else that uses your project, Xcode 11 will pull it down based on the settings that are in there. There's a file that it puts into the Xcode project. I think it's like packages.result or something like that. That keeps track of what version this project is using, so that the same one gets pulled down for everybody that's in the project. So we've pulled that in.
So is that what's updated anytime you hit update project?
Right, yeah. And it's got this option of, and it will take care of that on its own as far as checking for what versions are available, and if you're wanting to keep up with the latest, downloading the latest. But you also have these options in the file menu to do it yourself if you want to. Yeah. And then you can also hit the reset package cache, which will just clear it and download that version again. So, the one other thing I wanted to show on that was, and this was the thing that I couldn't find at first, because if you go to File, Swift Packages, Add Package Dependency, there's nothing here, there's nothing in your sidebar that tells you how to get rid of a package after you've added it. So yeah, you have to come back to the Swift Packages tab, and you can remove it here. So, but once you have it, then you can just import it like anything else. So in this case, I'm going to import both of these. And I'm going to pull in some code. And yeah, it's just like way nicer than dealing with everything that you have to do to set up a CocoaPods project.
So is it pretty popular?
So I was looking at, I'll show you no, that's fine. I just want to make sure this runs. But there is, so this is a toggle button. So I pulled it in and it toggles. But yeah, that was the next thing, which is that so there's this site that's a third party runs to keep track of Swift libraries, which I wish they had a better browse, but you can type 8 and you can do a lot of browsing. Look, Alamo Fire is there, yay. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff, because I mean, I've looked at how to create a package a little bit, and there's not a lot to it as far as getting it set up. I mean, it's similar to setting up a CocoaPod. You've got a file with your configuration in it. So there seems to be a bunch of stuff on here. GitHub has a package registry that's in beta right now, but it supports Swift packages, so you can use that as well to look for packages that are out there.
I thought there was another package registry before they had it in Xcode. Maybe I was misunderstanding. Like the Swift package management registry. But maybe they redesigned it this.
Yeah, maybe. Those are the two that I know about.
Those are the two big ones, GitHub and Swift EM.co.
Yep.
so do you register on Swift PMCO or do they just stay in GitHub?
They just stay in GitHub. They pull off the list in GitHub somehow.
Okay, so there's no registering in that?
Nah, I don't.
Ruby
So yeah, you can find libraries there. The no, don't do that. WWDC had a good talk on adopting Swift packages. It goes into this as well as more on how to build your own packages.